Hello Marvel Heroes fans and fans of all the Magik. As promised, this is a guide for the ranged build, and previously I've created a guide on the melee build, which is more for the all-rounded kind of end-game build. But if you're open for some kind of fun build, like especially in the patrol environment or even danger room, I would like to introduce this build to you. As of today though, this is not very like a high DPS build. It's more for fun and more for like you'll see later. But I heard that Gazillion is going to do some update to Magik. So if you watch this video sometime in the future, you'll probably found that this build could be quite high DPS as well, fingers crossed. And when that happened, I mean, if Gazillion changed a lot on the Magik mechanic for ranged, I would publish another video. Otherwise, I'll put in some notes to sort of like just to remind you something that Gazillion may have changed. Alright, so I don't know about the future, but all I know right now is that this build is effective in an area kind of situation, in a danger room kind of situation. I'll show you, and but it's probably not a build that you proudly go into the raid with. Alright, so I'll walk through one scenario or two, depending on how much time we have, and also talk about build and the gear and so on. Alright, stay tuned. So this is Magik in a cosmic danger room. The difficulties is 72 challenge rating, so it's pretty high. The hero won't be able to heal, but she has 5 lives, so there may be some places whereby I would probably lose a life or 2 or even more. But to win the game, you just need to make sure that nothing drops below 5. So that is the rule of the game. And you will see this build is actually pretty effective. And let me see what I need to do. I need to destroy the cache. So okay, so I'll just I could actually go in slowly, or I can just teleport into it. And okay, so that's boss. Oh, double boss. What should I do? Should I just do a double boss for you guys? Why not, right? So I mean, this build is very This build is very effective, but I mean, all these things are quite hard. It is not easy as well. I don't know whether I should do bosses here, because the kill time is actually, as you can see, they are quite slow when it comes to kill time. So it may be quite kind of like take a while to get this sorted. So what should I do? Maybe just for the spirit of the game, I just since I got a lot of demons, I just have to watch out for those stuff that okay, the environment stuff though. You see, the bone wall is very effective. So, but this one will take a while. As of now, like I said, the DPS is not great. So in this kind of double boss environment, it's not going to do a lot of stuff that you can see here. But with the bone wall and so on, I think it's suffice to say the charging is not there. All right. Okay, and I mean, slowly you win. Just that it may take a while. All right. So I can confuse the guys to help me do my stuff. All right. But yeah, I mean, I'm losing half a life just for these 2 bosses, so I'm not quite sure whether it's worth it or not. But it also shows you that sometimes I kind of agree with some of my friends saying that some of this content, some of this build could be good for something. But I always say that because the gap between the build is too high, it just become a bit not that effective. So yeah, I mean, that is the main gist of it. So when I sort of discuss with my friend on you don't have to sacrifice DPS with the alternate builds on this kind of thing. So yeah, I'm still getting there. And let me see. I think the big demon is gone, so it's a bit unfortunate. So the big demon is gone. The big demon can actually do a taunting as well. So I'm losing a lot of life here just to do a double boss here, and because of the wrecking ball. But yeah, I mean, I probably would just sacrifice 1 life here. Probably not the end of the world for Magik. All right, but I'll see how far I can go with that. All right, I'll see how far I can go. All right. So yeah, so now you see the pain. For those who claim that it's alright to have a low DPS for some build, the answer is not actually alright, because it's just not fun when it comes to things that are killing not fast enough. like now, all right? So, but I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can right now to sort of like you know, just get through with this one, all right? Wow, 600 and something. It's okay. So now let me just summon the right kind of demon right now, and this is the big one, the small one, 3 small one, and 1 big one. All right. So now we are in business. Okay. So now I've got to be a bit careful. 1 life is gone, and wow, this guy is like so persistent, huh? I think it's because of the wrecking ball as well. It's crazy. Okay, let me just get a little bit serious here. Okay, so that's done, and I'm just going to loot something here, avoid the wrecking ball. But okay, so I lose 1 life, and for this thing here because of wrecking ball. But I think I tell you what, let me just focus on destroying all this like cash here, so I can proceed to the next part of it. All right. Yeah, even hitting this cash take a while, huh? Man, wrecking ball is no good. Make sure you get out from it. Okay. Yeah, a lot of confusion right now here. That is what the Magik is very good at, the confusion build. Right? I'm trying to get the cash out. Yeah, so for those who are used to the melee build, this may be very painful to watch. But I'm doing the best I can. Alright, so let me just quickly get to that end. Summon Deadpool. Alright. Alright, just focusing here, getting the cash out as well. Alright, done. Okay, so to proceed to the I can't. Okay, so I think I can proceed to the next level. Lost 1 life. 2 more stages to go. And let's see what is here. Okay, 5 data core. So I just probably want to quickly teleport into the right place. Well, I think I just confused the whole thing. So I just collect the core. Yeah, fun time. Confusion. I can't click onto this thing, huh? What can I do? Oh, I have to destroy this data cache kind of thing. Okay, fine. So there's a second one that destroy. I thought I had to collect it. Okay, so that is. Can I go there? Yep, I can. Okay, data core. Yeah. So okay, so that is 1. And 1 more there. Another data core. Okay, that's quite nice and simple. Okay, confusion is nice. Wow, the environment, have to be careful about the environment, huh? This is getting nowhere. I can't destroy the data core. Okay, that's 1 over there. So there's another data core. Okay, I probably would lose 1 more life here, but like I said, that is not the end of the world. And let's be a bit careful here. Yeah, the wrecking ball is no joke, man. The thing is like crazy stuff. Okay, that doesn't work. And 1 more here. And hope this will work. Data core. Let me get it, and that's it. Next stage. Should I just like well, I need to sort of like finish this guy up, huh? Okay, good. Alright, no worry, just doing the best I can here. And I don't mind actually losing this part though. I mean, so I can just get a reset, but probably want to do a little bit later. Splinter, nowadays it's hard to find. Okay, good stuff. So now I reset, I got full life. Now I can like, okay, I can do it slowly now. I think I can still win this one. See, Magik still bugged, man. Like, call the demon never arrived. Alright, cool. Buggy, let's go. Okay, just since I can, I have the luxury of doing things and just slowly, I think. And so long as I don't lose too much life doing all these things, I think it's fine, really. Yeah, so, I mean, okay, so this build essentially is just to, it's essentially a range build. Don't get hit by the wrecking ball, please. Okay, so this build is essentially a range build with the demon, the supplement. the range build. And the like I said in the last video, as a current state, I don't know whether it will change or not. I highly doubt so, unless they redesign the entire kind of like a Magik summoner build. The summoner gear likely to be quite useless in this kind of thing. So I would say, you know, I actually gear Mantle as a range summoner build, and it works much better than the summoner gear that I used to have. So I don't really use the summoner gear anymore. Yeah, so done. I have 3 more life going to the boss. Now, this is going to be very hard for Magik range build because it's not very good at the range. But I'm still going to do it. Usually at this stage I'll switch to melee build to get the job done, but I will still do it just to demonstrate how that one works. So I'm going to go in. Alright, so there are 2 of them. Maybe I'll do ultimate here, shall we? Alright. So I have to get a line whereby I can hit 2 at the same time, but in this stage it's quite hard to hit 2 at the same time because they are quite far apart. There's nothing much I can do without taking too much risk actually. And I have to make sure that the wrecking ball doesn't hit me as well. Alright, so that ultimate is gone. And yeah, I hope this time around it doesn't really crash, because last time she was actually fighting a double Madam Hydra. It was quite fun though, by the way. Yeah, but unfortunately that part of the game kind of crashed, so I couldn't show you the melee build against the double Madam Hydra. Alright, just make sure I get out from all these things. Okay, so yeah, I mean it does take a while, but it's good that the Sentinel now is kind of grouped together. Next time though, lesson learned is not to use the ultimate too soon. Maybe do it a little bit later, wait until they sort of like you know, move apart, move closer to each other. Then I sort of like use my ultimate more effectively. Alright, so now the big demon does the taunt as well. Every time when I click the second button, the S button, does the taunt as well. So the big one is quite good. Although if you want to go by max and min, you don't need to invest like 40 points into 2 demons. You can just put like the small demon and that's it. I mean, you know, you can have 5 of them, 8 of them instead. You know, but the big one does have its own utility, like being able to taunt and stuff like that. So yeah, okay, jailbreak, and then yeah, I even have the space for jailbreak. So yeah, I mean, boss fight usually I'm not that concerned when it comes to danger room. It's always what is leading to the danger room that's hard. It's kind of strange though. I mean, I thought boss fight should be epic, and what's leading to it cannot be more difficult than a boss fight. Not to say they should buff the boss fight, but I think they should sort of like look into the fact that just to balance out a little bit, the boss fight a little bit harder, and the stage 1 and 2 are a little bit easier. I think that was what how I would design the danger room. It just doesn't make sense to spend so much time in the not boss fight. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to head back to the training room and talk about the build and the gear and so on. All right. So this part of the video, let's talk about the build for Magik range build. It's very much this one. So I'd like to spend some time talking about the Limbo build first, because for the range build, you have got to use the summons, the pets, the demons. All right. So now there are 4 options when it comes to demon. There are 2 big demon. One is melee, one is range. Guess which one hit harder? Of course, the melee one. And there's another 2 smaller demons, one melee and one range. Guess which one hit harder? The melee one. To summon the big demon, consume 5 command points. But to summon lesser demon, you need to spend 1 each. So you can either have a 5 plus 3 or just 8 of this one. So I've gone through a number because the difference between the small and big demon, if you divide out the DPS per command point, right? Because you are converting the limited resource called command in real time into DPS from a demon perspective. It doesn't justify. If you are really serious about summon, which of course as of today it doesn't make sense, but if you are really serious about summon, to max and min everything, you know, you just have to summon 8 of this one. It's still better than 5 plus 3. All right. But future, I don't know. But in order to make a 5+3 work, which I think they should, this one has to do a lot higher damage than this one to make it justifiable that my 5+3 is double. Listen, the 5+3 should double the 8 smaller demon. Why? Because I spent 40 points to it versus 20 points, right? But as of today, it's not double, and that's what I'm saying. 5+3 should be double of 8 of those smaller demon. So, I mean, simple mathematics. I mean, I would have just put in the system that way. I don't know why Gazillion doesn't tune it that way. Because at the end of the day, max and min, everything means you convert power point into DPS. You convert command point into DPS. Simple as that. All right. So now, that's on the limbo side of it. And then you need to put one point internal servitude. Now, the concept of eternal servitude is actually very cool from a summon perspective, because you can actually resummon a demon whereby or a being whereby sent to limbo to fight for you. And this is supposed to be very fantastic. It's like shooting firework everywhere. That is in theory. Again, in reality, it doesn't work. Why? Because the aggro range is just too short. I mean, Emerald Frost works for the Emerald Frost has a minion, and you pick say a melee minion. It works because the aggro range of the minion for Emerald Frost is huge. This one, you summon the you're playing range, right? What does that mean? Range means you are not near to the action, right? That's the whole point of playing range. And if you play range and you summon the Eternal Servitude, the only thing that hits the other target is the kind of like cannon that shoot from this demon. But it doesn't have the kind of like aura that affect, and though you're losing a lot of DPS by it, the only thing that makes sense is to use this complement the melee build. But again, the number doesn't add up. It doesn't really work anyway. So if I were Gazillion, no brainer. If I want to make this one work, just increase the melee range, aggro range, and make it powerful enough to use it, just like Emerald Frost one. I mean, that is just my opinion. So now, so when it comes to this range build, you have sufficient kind of like points to actually pick 2 demons, although it's not optimal, like I said. But because for range build, there are many things you can do anyway. So my recommendation is take the melee small demon as well as the melee big demon. Because why? Because you are ranged. So you want your demon to be at the front while you're at the back, right? So that's number 1. Number 2 is that the Feast of Nastir able to taunt for 5 seconds every 8 seconds. So it's actually quite a nice period that it cover to taunt the enemy, much like Emerald Frost kind of like minion. The only downside is that you can't really move him to the. I think you can't really. I think it kind of face somewhere to shake the ground, but it doesn't really. Because sometimes he may be a little bit off the target, whereby you want to taunt something else. It doesn't really work there. But again, it's game mechanic. It's very simple design, but I don't know why they don't do it in the sense that you can really make the demon jump to a place and to do something. Because the and as of today, I think at least the 10-ton storm is actually 10-ton storm actually is bugged as well. It doesn't really, like if you look at the danger dummy, it doesn't really do a 10-ton storm as compared to all these 3 powers that the range one does. It's full of bugs and full of mistuning and full of flaw design. What can I say? Gazillion Magic. Anyway, so that is Limbo. Let's talk about Magic side of it. On the Magic side, you need this toggle because, because it buffed the summon ally health. Unfortunately, I've played all the summoners, almost all. Magic summons are the weakest in terms of health. If I have like a Ice Golem for Iceman or even Rocket Raccoon's turret, they last a long time. The summon for Magic, the health drop quite fast and become quite low as well. There's no regeneration. So it kind of sucks as Magic's summon. So the good thing is that you can buff the health via this mean, but still, after you buff it, it's still quite bad. Because for range build, it doesn't make sense for me to invest on this side of the house. Because all this like defense rating and total is rubbish, right? So it doesn't, I'm ranged, so I don't really take much damage, so I don't really put 20 points to it. But then again, there are many places where you can put anything for range build. So now, okay, so that's all from the armor side. From the Spirit Fence is where the ranged spender is. I know it's a very strange kind of choice, but that is actually work quite well because of the area it cover. it covers 1/4 of the screen. It hits really a lot in the Cosmic Patrol environment as well. The only thing about this power that I dislike is that very low, and even there's a summon ally buff to it is 10% is peanut compared to others like Iceman. You check out how many percent you buff the power with the summon ally damage is a lot more. So I mean, so that is something that I mean, some discussions say, well, because it's area power, henceforth, henceforth it has to not as strong, but I disagree. Look at say Jean's hammer is a range power. Jean's power is area power. It's actually very powerful as well. If you play Iceman, you use the beam as the area power spender. It's effective main spender. If you play Loki, Summoner, the Winter's Breath is also very effective. Dr. Doom, the physical Doom Burst is also very effective as area. So area power spender doesn't have to suck. Unfortunately for Magik as of today, it sucks. But that is the only one that make it like fun and effective. Fun may not be effective, but it's fun to use. All right. Then this one is you max out this one. Use it as confused as a range. That's all. As for Bone War, you've seen how it works. It's very effective to stop the boss charging, but it doesn't stop boss leaping though. Like Curse actually can leap through the wall, but Juggernaut, cannot crush through the Bone Wall. So something to think about. And it's very nice. It doesn't work for the melee build, but it works really nice for the range build. All right, that's all I have to say. 1 point in Ice Crowd Control Breaker, and also the so-called signature. So on this side of the house, because you have 1 point here, so that you can have a cooldown power, this become a layer. The Sorcerer's Eruption is also one of your main kind of like DPS as well, and also this one is to buff all the crit and so on and so forth. And the remaining point, if you've done your story 1 to 9, you got 162 point, 3 point from Limbo Quest, 3 extra point from story of the chapter 10 that will give you a total of 168 points. So stepping this is very nice, especially if you do leveling. Thanks for one of you who reminded me or shared your experience that maxing stepping this is actually quite good for is very good for leveling, because it doesn't cost any spirit, but yet you can deal like a cooldown power with 3-second cooldown power, so it's cool. So yeah, I mean that's all I would like to talk about for Magik range build. And as for the gear, like I mentioned in the melee video, check out the gear over there and Omega Point over there and the hero synergy there. The good news is that though, because summon ally damage is so weak for Magik, summon at Magik, it doesn't work that way. You can actually gear for mental. What it means is that you can switch around the two build without having to invest in 2 sets of gear, invest of 2 sets of like a legendary or 2 sets of artifact as of today. And blessing as of today, but things may change in the future to come. All right, so now in closing, I hope that you find this case study quite interesting. I call it case study because it is very much like an experimental kind of thing. If you want to play serious about raiding, you wouldn't want this build at all. It is kind of fun in a sense. Cosmic Patrol is very relaxing. Danger Room is relaxing as well. I usually, when I take the highest difficulties level Danger Room, I just roll Magik with it. But it's going to take longer, much longer. Something to think about. And usually, when it comes to Danger Room, I use the range build to clear the stage 1 and 2, and I switch to melee build to do some real damage, right? Do some real business. So anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, at the description below, there's a link back to my website. It has a whole list of video organized for you, updated link and so on. Do check out them out as well. Do drop me a comment here. Marvel Hero is the main game that I'm playing. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.